Bhagavate Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayanti Nashtuprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavati Sevya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhakti Naishtiki. So continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 2, Remembrance of Lord Krishna, text number 21 onwards. Swam tva samya tishya striyadhisha swarajya lakshmi apta samasta kamaha balim haradbhishchir lokapale kirit kotyedit padapitaha. Lord Krishna is the Lord of all kinds of threes and is independently supreme by achievement of all kinds of virtue. He is worshipped by the eternal maintainers of the creation, who offer him the paraphernalia of worship by touching the millions of helmets to his feet. Lord Shri Krishna is so mild and merciful as described in the above verses, and yet he is a Lord of all kinds of threes. So what does that mean, all kinds of threes? Let's see what Prabhupada says. He is the supreme Lord of the three worlds, the three qualities of material nature, and the three Purushas, Karanadaksha, Garbhadaksha, and Kshirodaksha Vishnu. There are innumerable universes, and in each and every universe there are different manifestations of Brahma, Vishnu, and Rudra. And besides that, there is Sheshamurti who bears all the universes on his hoods. And Lord Krishna is the Lord of all of them. As the incarnation of Manu, he is the original source of all Manus in innumerable universes. Each universe has manifestation of 504,000 Manus. He is the Lord of the three principal potencies, namely Chit Shakti, Maya Shakti, and Tatastha Shakti. And he is the complete master of six kinds of fortune: wealth, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. There is none who can excel him in any measure of enjoyment. And certainly there is no one greater than him. No one is equal to or greater than him. It's a duty of everyone, whoever and wherever one may be, to surrender completely unto him. It's not wonderful, therefore, that all the transcendental controllers surrender to him and make all offerings of worship. So, Lord Krishna, Uddhavji is saying, he is the Lord of everything. He's the Lord of all kinds of three qualities of material nature, three worlds, Bhuvasvaha, three Purushas, innumerable universes, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudras in every universe. He is the Lord of all. It's amazing. Complete master of six kinds of fortune. We are always looking for these fortune, wealth, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge. Of course, not us are looking for renunciation, but there are yogis, there are sadhus, there are jnanis who get attracted by renunciation. We are mostly after wealth, and he's a lord of all kinds of wealth. That's what Krishna is. Just imagine if we are in front of a wealthy, very wealthy person. Everybody has a relative conception of wealth. If somebody has only few lakh of rupees, if some crorepati comes in front of him, he thinks, oh, he's a big man. If somebody is crorepati, if multi-millionaire comes in with him, oh, he's a big man. Just imagine any wealthy person in your knowledge, in your association, in your society, in your community, in your among your relatives. How do we behave when they are around? We give full respect to that person. Of course, in the mind we might be envious of him, or we might be trying to belittle him in any way possible, but in front of him we would behave very properly. Even if we don't even get to have any wealth from him, or we don't even get it, or we don't care, but still we'll behave very properly. And look at Krishna. He's he's not only the Lord of all kinds of wealth, he's the source of all kinds of wealth also. Strength. If somebody very powerful, Mr. Universe comes in front of you, Dara Singh comes. I mean, Dara Singh used to be a very strong person. How we will behave in front of him? Beauty. Look at Miss. If Miss Universe walks in, even if former Miss Universe walks in the room, how everybody will behave. But there is Krishna, who's a source and who's a lord of every kind of fortune. How much we should respect him, how much we should care for him. And like Prabhupada started his purport with, Lord Krishna is so mild and merciful. Even after having all kinds of fortune, all kinds of lordship over every kinds of trees, he is still so mild and merciful. Look at the picture behind me. He looks so adorable. Can anybody imagine he is the Supreme Lord? Because he is not looking for any kind of awe and reverence relationship. He is looking for pure love. He is after pure love of us. And that's what Prabhupada says. It's the duty of everyone, whoever and wherever one may be, to surrender completely unto him. Not because he is the most wealthy or most strong, most famous, but he is, even after all this, he is my dear friend. He is the most lovable object in the whole, all three worlds. So in the whole creation. It's not wonderful, therefore, that all the transcendental controllers surrender to him and make all offerings of worship. And in the verse it says, he is worshipped by touching the millions of helmets to his feet. Helmets, or we can say crowns. Kirit is the word. Like like when Brahmaji went to meet Krishna in Dwarka, Krishna wanted to teach him a lesson because he had felt Brahmaji is getting proud of his position. Although, although in Vrindavan, he taught Brahmaji a lesson by when Brahmaji wanted to find out if Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and he hid Krishna's cowherd boyfriends and their calves in a cave. And then for 1 year, Krishna continued with his pastime, and after that year, he taught him a wonderful lesson. But now in Dwarka, Krishna was again feeling Brahmaji is deviating a little. So Brahmaji came to see Krishna, and he was in the front lobby of the palace. So the security guards asked him, "Who are you? What do you want?" "Oh, I want to see Krishna." "Okay, who are you?" And the security guards went inside. "Oh, there is some person who has come to see you." "Okay, ask him, who are you?" So they came outside. "Who are you?" Brahma said, I'm Brahma. You don't know me?" "Brahma, I'm not Brahma." Okay, they went inside. "Oh, Lord Brahma has come." Krishna again sent the messenger back. "Which Brahma?" Now Brahmaji was bewildered. "What do you mean by which Brahma? I'm the four-headed Brahma. I'm the firstborn of this universe." He was proud of his being firstborn and being the secondary creator after Krishna, obviously. So as soon as he said, "I am the four-headed Brahma," and he was very proud of it. At that moment, Krishna summoned all the Brahmas of all the material universes, all the Rudras of all the material universes, all the Indras, everybody come in Dwarka at that very moment in the lobby. And then Krishna came out. And then Brahmaji saw all these Brahmas and Shivas and Indras, everybody was there. And in that very lobby, which looked very small, everybody fitted. All the Brahmas with their 16 heads, 64 heads, 108 heads, millions of heads of Brahma. I mean, even one Brahma was there with millions of heads because his universe was so huge. And they all fitted there and they all bowed down at Lord Krishna's lotus feet. And Krishna then asked everybody, okay, is everything okay in universe? Any demons messing around with you? And everybody said, no, we are fine. Everything is been taken care of nicely. Okay, you all can go back. So then four-headed Brahmaji, he was still there. And he understood his position and Krishna's position. That is Krishna. But he doesn't display, he doesn't want devotees to remember that kind of form. He loves his cowherd friends and the gopis who don't treat him as God, who treat him as their own bosom friend, as a lover, and the one who they can chastise, the one who they can just love completely. That's what he wants. Text 22. Tattasya kankaryam alam britannom viglapyayati anga yad ugrasenam tishtham nishannam parameshti dhishne nebodhyad dev nidharayeti. Therefore, Uddhava, does it not pain us as servitors when we remember that he, Lord Krishna, used to stand before King Ugrasen, who was sitting on the royal throne and used to submit explanations before him, saying, "Oh my Lord, please let it be known to you." Ah, this is another opulence of Krishna. Is very mild and is very respectful towards his elders. Krishna created the city of Dwarka. When in Mathura, Jarasandha was attacking again and again, and Krishna wanted to take all the Yaduvanshis from Mathura, he created the city of Dwarka. He told Vishwakarma, go create the city in the middle of the ocean so Jarasandha cannot attack them. So the city was created. Krishna just transported everybody one night to Dwarka. And Krishna enthroned Maharaj Ugrasen as a king of Dwarka. He didn't himself sit on the throne. Of course, there is another pastime, but he didn't want to. And he would stand in front of Maharaj Ugrasen, who was sitting on the throne at his, and he would report to him whatever reports had to given to him. That's bewildering actually. But that's his sweetness. Lord Krishna's gentle behavior before his so-called superiors, such as his father, grandfather, and elder brother, his amiable behavior with his so-called wives, friends, and contemporaries, his behavior as a child before his mother Yashoda, and his naughty dealings with his young girlfriends cannot bewilder a pure devotee like Uddhava. Of course, it cannot bewilder him, but in the shloka it says, it's paining me. Why he used to do that? Others who are not devotees are bewildered by such behavior of the Lord, who acted just like a human being. And not just like a human being, but he acted as a very gentle, very loving, very caring person, and with a serving mood for his elders. Just like here in the Purpura Prabhupada, his behavior as a child before his mother Yashoda. When Nanda Baba would come home in the evening, he would come home, and of course he also loves Krishna. more than anything else, anyone else. He would sometimes just come and um, just teasing, and he would say, "Oh, Yashoda, your Lala, does he know anything? Can he do anything? Is he good for anything? Or is just there to steal butter and play every day?" No, 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 no. My Lala knows everything. Lala can do lots of things. Okay, Lala, you go inside and get your Baba slippers. And Krishna, little Krishna, baby Krishna, he would run inside the house, and he would carry Nanda Baba's slippers. And carry how? He would carry them on his head. And slowly, Tumak Chalata, he would come out with the slippers, and he would give them to his Baba with lovingly, and Baba would take the slippers and would carry Krishna to his lap with lots of love. That's the dealing he wants. Not like sitting on a big throne with a long beard and wearing white clothes and giving orders, or this person should go to hell and this person should go to heaven. That's not Krishna. That he lets his representatives, his Yamraj or other demigods take care of all this. So other scriptures or other religious texts, of course, those texts were uh, meant for the people of that kind of consciousness, of that kind of level of intelligence. But it's so disheartening to see that they depict God in a very wrong way. God is very stern and he will put you in hell at the time of judgment. He will cast you in hell forever, let you burn in. No, that's not God does. Yes, he wants to rectify us, but afterwards, he wants everybody to go back to the spiritual world, to be with him in a loving, most pleasurable, most enchanting setting, and to stay there forever, eternally. That's what God does. This bewilderment is explained by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita as follows. Persons with a poor fund of knowledge belittle the personality of God and not Krishna, not knowing his exalted position as the Lord of everything. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord has explained his position clearly, but the demoniac, atheistic student squeezes out an interpretation to suit his own purpose and misleads unfortunate followers into the same mentality. Such unfortunate persons merely pick up some slogans from the great book of knowledge, but are unable to estimate the Lord as a supreme personality of Godhead. Pure devotees like Uddhava, however, are never misled by such atheistic opportunists. So, unless and until one is a devotee or one has that kind of inclination towards serving Krishna favorably, one cannot understand Krishna at all, especially when Krishna appears as a human being. People get bewildered, and those who are not devotees, those who are demoniac, they cannot understand. Just like you show this picture behind me to anybody who's not of Vedic tradition, who doesn't follow this Vedic tradition, and tell him this is God, he will completely laugh at you. He'll say, "Are you crazy? This is like a baby, and this is a painting painted by some kind of painter out of his own imagination. How can this be God?" That's that's a problem. And in Kali Yuga, most people are demoniac, most people are atheists who don't believe in God, so they can never understand how is it possible that this is his God. And they'll give different interpretations. Oh, God cannot be seen by one's eyes. God cannot be drawn. This is drawn as a painting. Um, this is offense. Of course, they'll use different words from their scriptures. This is this is that. Why can't be? Or you make murtis of God and murti puja is wrong. Why? Just because you cannot understand, it is wrong. That's your limitation. But that's what people do, and this is how the whole Kali Yuga is progressing. But look at the way Uddhav and Vidura they are discussing, and this is not too long ago, 5,000 years ago only. And now comes a very beautiful shloka. In fact, we all should memorize this shloka. Text 23. Aho bakiyam stanakalukutam jighasyapyapyadapya sadvi leve gatim dhatri uchitam tatuanyam kamba dayalam sharanam rajema. Alas, how shall I take shelter of one more merciful than he who granted the position of mother to a she-demon Putna, although she was unfaithful and she prepared deadly poison to be sucked from her breast. Now Uddhaji is really remembering the qualities of Krishna as a very, very, very merciful person. Here is an example of the extreme mercy of the Lord, even to his enemy. It is said that a noble man accepts the good qualities of a person of doubtful character, just as one accepts nectar from his stalk of poison. In his babyhood, he was administered deadly poison by Putna, a she-demon who tried to kill the wonderful baby. And because she was a demon, it was impossible for her to know that the Supreme Lord, even though playing the part of a baby, was no one less than the same Supreme Personality of God. His value as a Supreme Lord did not diminish upon his becoming a baby to please his devotee Yashoda. The Lord may assume the form of a baby or a shape other than that of a human being, but it doesn't make the slightest difference. He is always the same Supreme. A living creature, however powerful he may become by dint of his severe penance, can never become equal to the Supreme Lord. Lord Krishna accepted the motherhood of Putna because she pretended to be an affectionate mother, allowing Krishna to suck her breast. The Lord accepts the least qualification of the living entity and awards him the highest reward. That is the standard of his character. Therefore, who but the Lord can be the ultimate shelter? That's another quality of Krishna. He's extremely, extremely, extremely merciful. Even though Putna, of course, we have discussed many times the story of Putna. Putna tried, and she came with the only intent of killing Krishna. And then that time when Krishna was only 6 days old. Of course, Krishna was playing the part of a 6 days old baby, but he's always the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But before trying to kill Krishna, Putna had gone to many houses and she had killed newborn babies, killed them, ate their flesh, drank their blood. And that's the most heinous crime because those babies, they cannot even defend themselves and you come and kill them. And Putna did that mercilessly all over the place. But now she had come to Gokul, to the house of Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya. And she came, and she did not come to the house as Putana, as a big demoness. She came as in the form of a very, very, very beautiful lady. And she was twerking a lotus flower in her hand. And everybody, even the Brajvasis, they got bewildered. They thought it is Lakshmiji herself has come to serve her husband, Narayan. And they just let her roam around. And she went to the house of Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maya. Krishna was way inside, in the inner chambers of that palace. And even Yashoda Maya, Rohini Maya, they just let that woman in without even bothering to check her ID or whatever. They just thought, oh, she has come, Lakshmiji has come to feed her baby. Our baby will be so fortunate. He's so fortunate. He'll be so healthy if he drinks the milk of this beautiful woman. But one can bewilder the devotees of the Lord. One cannot bewilder the Lord himself. She came inside that room where Krishna was lying down on the bed. And Krishna closed his eyes when Putna came, when he saw Putna. Of course, this closing of eyes of Krishna, and many acharyas have given different realizations. I won't say interpretation, their own realizations. Why Krishna closed his eyes? Many reasons. One was Krishna didn't want to even look at the face of a woman who had killed so many babies before him and who had come to kill him. She was so heinous. She had committed so heinous crimes. He didn't want to glance at her. He closed his eyes because one acharya said he wanted to give assurance to Putna. Because if he had kept his eyes open and Putna had looked into his eyes, and she would have really seen her death. She could have run away. He wanted to give assurance to Putna. Okay, you pick me up. You try to feed me your milk. Krishna closed his eyes because he wanted to see, okay, this woman, this demoness has come and I'm going to kill him. But let me see if she has ever done any pious activity before. Like he was closing his eyes and searching through all the files and folders to see what kind of pious activity he has done. He closed his eyes because he was asking Lord Shiva and Vishnu, because as we discussed, when Krishna comes, all his incarnations, all his expansions, everybody comes in his body. So Krishna was closing his eyes and telling, okay, this Putna is coming and she has smeared her breast with poison. So Shivji, you come, you drink the poison because this is your job to drink the poison. And Vishnu, you come, you're going to kill this demoness. I'm just going to drink her breast milk and enjoy this this feeling of motherhood she is coming with. Of course, she was coming as a mother, but that that feeling of killing Krishna had taken over the feeling of motherhood, and Krishna wanted to dig deep to carry out the feeling of motherhood, because he wanted to reward her actually for at least even thought of coming as a mother. Um, he closed his eyes also because he was thinking, oh my God, in my own scriptures, I tell everybody that women and the Brahmins and the old men and the animals and the little kids, they're not supposed to be given death sentence or death punishment. Or they should not be killed. And the first demon I'm going to kill is a woman. He was like, oh, I have to break my own rules. So there are many reasons. Another reason given by acharyas is Krishna's two eyes, as we have read in the universal form. His two eyes represent sun and moon. And according to Karma Kanda procedures, the two ways to go to heavenly planets is either go through sun or go through moon. There are different technicalities, but these are the two ways. So the sun and moon of his eyes, the third, the Krishna is Krishna. He is going to forgive this demoness, and he is going to send her through heaven to heaven. And they said, but Krishna can do whatever he wants, but we will not let this woman, this demoness, go through our path. So they closed. So they just shut their paths. So that's why Krishna had to send her to go to spiritual world. He could not just send her to heavens because sun and moon, they had closed their paths. So many reasons are given. There are more reasons. I cannot remember all of them right now, but it shows how merciful he is. And then when Bhutna picked up Krishna and forced her breast into his mouth, so Krishna with his little baby hands, he grabbed onto the breast of Putna and he started sucking the milk. Putna was thinking he would die, just touching the poison on her breast. Krishna is Krishna. Nobody can kill him. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But even in the form of a 6 days old boy, he just pressed her breast and sucked the life air out of Putna. And it pained her so much. Just like in the previous verses, we saw how Arjuna, when he was shooting arrows in the battlefield of Mahabharata, his arrows were purifying the other the soldiers that he was killing and the warriors, and after purification they would look at the lotus face of Krishna and they would go back to the Vaikuntha planets. So same thing here, Putna, because she came with the wrong intention, Krishna had to purify her first. So that pressing of her breast, of course Krishna was not pushing it, he was just holding on, but that was enough for Putna to be purified. So in very small time, the whole punishment was concentrated. The pain, so much of pain was given that Putna could not keep her that beautiful woman disguise, and she came to her form of that Rakshasi, and she was 12 miles tall Rakshasi. She ran outside the palace of Nanda Maharaj, Krishna still hanging on to her breast. 6 days old. He didn't even change his size. He was still the little small baby. Putna became 12 miles tall. She ran outside crying, Munchanti, Munchanti means, leave me, oh rascal boy, just leave me. But this is the quality of Krishna. If he has captured somebody, he doesn't let him go. Whether he is captured as a devotee, as a lover, as an enemy, whatever, he doesn't let him go. We might forget him, but he will not forget us. We might stop serving him, but he will not forget the services we have done for him. The names we have chanted, the books we have distributed, or the books we have studied. He does not forget anything. So Putna went outside and Krishna he didn't pick up any weapon. In fact, in Vrindavan, all the demons, him and Balram, they never picked up any weapon. So Putna went outside running, and she could not bear the pain anymore. And Krishna sucked out the life air. Of course, with the life air, he also drank the milk of the breast of Putna. And Putna fell down dead. Of course, beautiful descriptions given in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto. And then, like here, it is said, and he granted her the position of a mother. She was given not the position of Yashodamaya. Yashodamaya is Yashodamaya. She is given the position of a mother, means as assistant of Yashodamaya in Golokula. Who can be more merciful than Krishna? And here Putna came with the intention of killing him, but she happened to serve him a little. And this is what Brahmaji, when he prayed to Krishna, and he was bewildered that you gave Putna the position of a mother in your own dham, spiritual world, who came with an intention to kill you. but she just did little service. So what position would you give to your devotees who are whole day, every day, throughout their life, they're just talking about you, glorifying you, they're thinking about you, serving you, even though they might not do it purely, but those who do it purely, what would you give them? What kind of position would you give them? Brahmaji, I cannot understand this. But then later he says, now I understand. Their only reward, their only remuneration of the devotees who serve you throughout their life is, is the bliss, is the pleasure that they receive while serving you. While they're serving you now, and after this life, they continue serving you in Golok Vrindavan. The pleasure that they receive, they don't go through that kind of pain of purification that Putna went through. Of course, some purification, if it has to happen, it happens. But even while going through that purification process, they feel pleasure because they are favorably disposed towards serving you with love and devotion. So they are always in pleasure. They are always in the bliss of serving you. So, so understanding this mood of Krishna is the most merciful, most beautiful, with all the six opulences. When we serve him, we should serve him with bliss in our heart, not as a matter of uh, duty or as a matter of out of grudgingly we do it. Serve him with pleasure. Whenever we get a chance to chant with pleasure. Enjoy your chanting, enjoy your service, enjoy reading Krishna's, Prabhupada's books, enjoy serving, enjoy the association of devotees, because it's very rare to get the real association of devotees, where we would come together, just discuss Krishna, we just serve each other, serve Krishna together. Like when we go to Dham, okay, we all went on June 1st, very hot day in Parsana, but everybody was in bliss. We were enjoying it together. We wanted to, earlier plan was just to go up, take darshan of Radharani, Ladli Mandir and come back down. But everybody was, it's hard, but doesn't matter, we'll do the whole parikrama. That's all. Whenever we get chance to do anything for Krishna, do it with pleasure. Just enjoy it. Yes, the hardships are there. Doesn't matter. They'll always be there. Material, living in material world is not easy. It's plenty of hardship. So hardships will always be there. Doesn't matter. Enjoy. Enjoy the service. Enjoy everything that we do for Krishna. This is the only treasure of a devotee. This is only asset, that pleasure that he receives while chanting his name, while reading, while hearing, while serving, while associating with devotees. The pleasure. Any service we get, small service, big service, who cares? Just do it with pleasure. Enjoy it. This is the whole purpose of devotion. So I'll stop here. Thank you all very much. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have the live class. So today hopefully will be the last recording I'll send. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.